Hello and welcome. You like that? A lot of bravado in there.
That was kind of caught me off guard on that one.
I'm getting into it. This is another video here on the Double D's channel. I'm Robo Duke. That's your first D.
D nice. Second. D.
Oh, there it is. And we're here with our summer movie wrap-up awards that we don't actually have awards for.
You have our gratitude and our disappointment.
Yes.
How's that one?
That's good. Disappointment.
Oh.
Acting!
Theater!
Sadly, we don't have any awards for Best Acting. We decided that since our main thing we started with, besides the Loot Crate, was instant reactions, we're going to do a little wrap-up.
Instant reactions. Instant.
Instant reaction.
Oh,
Disappointment. Yes, thank you. Thank you. The award for Best Acting of being disappointment goes to me! Anyway, enough with that nonsense. We actually, since we saw a lot of movies, we decided to do a little wrap-up here for all the summer movies we saw, which is going to run from May to August of 2014. We had to kind of set some parameters on there.
Well, we didn't set parameters. The movie industry set
Yes, the movie industry. Is it really? Would you say it's May to August, usually?
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah, usually from every podcast I've listened to that talks about movies, they say April does not count. April is still considered spring movies.
It's just like a floater month.
No, because if you look at, the breakdown, April is a big month. Like, Captain America came out in April.
Oh, yeah, that was actually a pretty big month.
Around March, April is when movies start coming back.
Right.
February is like the dead zone. Usually movies are dumped in February because either A, they just don't expect them to do well, or B, they're hoping the dead zone will make them do better.
And it's always a lot of horror movies. Take note, this coming February 2015, watch. February, there'll be like 3 to 4 horror movies. There'll be at least one a weekend, usually.
Which makes no sense because Horror Month is happening right now.
Yeah, it's coming up. But we're not talking about horror just yet. We're talking about summer movies. So we have 4 different categories that the movie industry has also decided on. They sent us a letter and said, look, you need to do these.
They were like,
categories.
look, you two, if you're going to do it right.
Right.
And we were like, whoa, movie industry. We got you.
We got this, man.
We got you.
So we're going to have our biggest surprise movie of the summer. Our biggest disappointment. Oh, yes. Good. See? That's why we were practicing earlier. We have our worst movie. Bad movie. How dare you? You made a mess on the carpet. How dare you?
We didn't practice the worst. That was
We don't practice it.
improvising.
Yes, as is most of this. And then we have best movie.
Yeah.
Bravo, yes. So, we will start, like I said, with our biggest surprise. Do you want to go first? What was your biggest surprise?
My biggest
in the
surprise,
theaters this summer?
and I know I'm going to say this wrong because I've been saying it wrong all day. Maleficent? Maleficent?
Maleficent?
Maleficent?
Malelephant?
Malala Elephant?
Maleficent? Maleficent.
That's the one. Maleficent.
Right? Scent.
Maleficent.
There you go. Yeah.
That was my biggest surprise.
Sorry for need some Muppet.
When I saw the trailer, I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see it. It looked interesting.
Like that Angelina Jolie.
I was more afraid it was going to be they were as it was going to sound, they were going to retell it and make it be like, she's not a bad guy. Oh, she's all wrong.
Which was what I thought.
Which is basically what they did. But the story was good. She was good. The story was good. And at the end of the movie, you're kind of like, I am totally cool with them doing it like that. As long as you can accept live action version and animated version are 2 separate things, it is a great movie.
Yeah, and you think they'll keep going with this? Maleficent 2 or...
There's no place to go, but then again, who knows? I mean...
I'm waiting on Cruella de Vil. It's going to be great. It's all about Cruella de Vil and how she learned to hate dogs.
Yeah, but they'll have to make her a good guy for some reason.
Nope,
Like
nope.
She'll start off as like an
Evil
animal
dogs.
cruelty
Evil dogs.
activist.
Yeah,
So, like,
evil dogs. She's going after evil dogs. She wants evil dog fur, but then it drives her crazy. And
Evil dog
Evil
fur.
dogs, man. That's how you make her good. She fights evil dogs
Alright,
to get
so
stuff
what
done.
is your biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise, with any as anyone who's been following our channel would know, is most definitely Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014, by whoever that guy is. I don't remember his name because I don't like to attribute the movie to Michael Bay.
Because it wasn't a Bay film?
No, I don't really think it was a Michael Bay film. I also have a firm belief in you see what you want to see, so, you know, if people want to see that as a Michael Bay film, they are. You're not going to be able to change their mind. I've tried to talk people into, like, being like, no, you're not. There's a big difference between this and Transformers and Bad Boys. Like, he put a lot of money into it, and it wouldn't have happened without him. So I'm kind of thankful he put the money into this, which is great.
Yeah.
But,
It
yeah.
was good.
Yeah. Turtles were all awesome.
It was almost my biggest surprise, but I was kind of like, I still think I only liked it because of nostalgia. So
Turtles?
I can't say it's a surprise because I think it's just my own nostalgia that's making me like
But
it.
do you have a lot of nostalgia for Maleficent?
None.
Exactly, so there you go.
So I can say I was surprised, actually surprised.
Yeah, I was still surprised that my nostalgia overruled any sort of badness the movie had. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't the best movie of the summer, but I found it enjoyable. So, and once again, I always recommend, if you have AMC theaters or any other theaters might do this, go before noon. It's cheaper.
Always go before noon. Always get them early morning price.
Yeah, and you know, when you pay $6.50 instead of $12 or $10, it's not as, or $7.50 now actually. Yeah, I think. Huh.
No, I think it's $6.75.
$6.70. They only went up a quarter. Either
Yeah.
way, it's got to be cheaper in most movie theaters to go that early. I suggest doing that. It kind of takes the blow off if, like, you know,
If
to
it
really
does suck,
yeah,
you're just like, oh, it sucked, but my wallet's not as light.
yeah. So not so bad.
So, next category. Biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment. I'll go first on this one. My biggest disappointment is actually not really a negative. It's kind of a negative and also still positive in the end, which is Hercules. My biggest disappointment was that it wasn't the original Trials of Hercules. It wasn't as flat-out mythological as movies of the past, you know.
A lot of podcasts I've listened to have said the same thing, that they wanted the trials, but instead you find out that the trials are fake.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I wanted more of a Jason and the Argonauts or a Sinbad kind of movie.
Yeah.
But still enjoyed it. Like, that was the only disappointing part, is the trailers kind of tricked me, and I was like, why would you do that? Like, this isn't... But still enjoyable. Still a good movie. So, while it's disappointing...
For me, I almost feel like that's what I liked about it. That I went in with the expectation of, oh, cool, he's going to be fighting creatures and all. And then it's like, no, this is real world. And I was like, I enjoyed it regardless, so I wasn't... Like I said, it's not a huge disappointment. It would have been nice, but I was still like, that was good. I liked it.
In another world, these are flip-flopped, and my biggest disappointment is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and my biggest surprise is Hercules, so... But I like Ninja Turtles, so it has to stay in biggest surprise. So what was your biggest disappointment at the movies this year?
A Million Ways to Die in the West.
We didn't mention this before. Dennis is the movie guy.
I am.
He sees a lot more movies than what
lot.
we actually review here on the Double D's channel.
If you guys want single views, let me know. I will gladly just give my own.
I say go for it. I say give your own little short synopsises. So you saw A Million Ways to Die in the West, and very disappointing. And is this a positive one like mine, or?
No, it was just a disappointment.
Just
like,
terrible.
There are very few times I'm in the theater and I'm just like, you're still going? I mean, it was, I don't know, like Ted, it was the same creator, it was Seth MacFarlane.
Yep.
Ted, hilarious. No, I laughed out loud all the time with Ted.
But he was just the voice of the bear, and you also had Marky Mark there as being more of the lead,
True,
right?
but he was the writer, I think, for Ted.
But
and
also, this is the first movie he's really starred in.
Correct. And I tell people, like, people are like, well, how was it and everything? And I was like, if they could have taken out, like, 30 minutes and made it a 90-minute movie.
Was it really 2 hours long?
Oh, yeah.
That's way too long for a comedy. You can't keep people in
Oh,
the
my
seats that long
God.
just for ha-has.
I'm not even gonna go anymore because
NPH?
I'm not gonna make this. NPH was literally NPH was in it because it was starring NPH. That was it. His character didn't add anything. He didn't need to be that guy. It was just starring NPH. Next, I'm done. I'm not even gonna go anymore.
That's fine,
I'm
right?
done.
Biggest disappointment. So we're gonna keep it low for a minute, or maybe it'll get high and angry over the worst movie of the summer.
Worse.
I went first last time, so you have to go this time.
Oh, I just realized I reversed what I wanted to do.
You reversed what you wanted to do.
My biggest disappointment was not Million Ways to Die. That was the worst.
That was the worst.
That was the worst. Now that I think of it, I was like, you know what? No. That was the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, it
really could be even.
flip flop. Expendables 3.
That's the biggest disappointment.
That was I was disappointed with. Only
You got
because
disappointed in both.
I was disappointed in both. You know what? I'm going to say they're interchangeable. You can interchange, yes.
Right.
So now we're going to go to Expendables 3. I expected so much more.
That's a disappointment,
Expendables 1, you were like, holy crap, this movie's awesome.
This exists.
These guys are making fun of themselves. This is everything that an action movie used to be.
Like looking back on the 80s and the 90s.
They
with a
make
smirk.
fun of themselves. They're like, oh, you're not a tough guy. I'm a tough... Like, great. Expendables 3, once again, I sat there and I was just like, really?
It's like serious now. Everything's they're kind of...
Stallone decided to get rid of his entire team and get a younger team because his team is not expendable.
Yeah, did they die? Did they die in Expendables 3?
It's called The Expendables!
And so that was the thing I had heard a lot of people say, that they were disappointed by that because nobody dies in it. Like, they're called The Expendables. Why don't
One
any of
guy
the heroes
almost
die?
dies. I mean, it was just, once again...
Because you...
I could probably go on for 20 minutes just telling you. We've never given a bad review. We've never really given a bad review on here.
Except for what my worst
True.
movie is.
Segue.
My
So what is
worst-
yours?
My worst movie, of course, is Michael Bay's Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Did you see that bus? He was like, BAM!
Bay.
Bay!
See Bay? I said no Bay before. Bay now. Yes. Yes, this is a Michael Bay travesty. Michael Bay. Michael Bay. Ugh. Yeah, just not good. Please do check out our instant reaction to that. We both reacted very negatively, which is our only negative review we've given on instant reaction, beyond being lukewarm on some other
I mean, the
things.
only reason why it's not my worst movie is because like I said in our reaction, I liked how they looked. I liked how Optimus Prime looked. I liked how the characters looked. I liked the John Goodman voice. There's the only... Cause
Action scenes, not
yes.
the worst.
The only reason why it's not my worst. But A Million Ways to Die and Expendables 3. I'm done.
You're the disappointing worst.
Good.
The worst disappointment.
Worst disappointments in films.
Well, they're the worst disappointments in film. Next year we'll cut down the categories. What's the worst
We'll
disappointment?
just have 3. Screw you, movie guys! We just combined your 2.
Yeah, take that, movie industry. You can't rule us. I don't think there's much more I can say about Age of Extinction. Go watch the review.
Go watch it.
I go on for quite a while about Mark Wahlberg's terrible character, his flat acting, the fact that they spend the first 45 minutes establishing he's not really a good dad. He's so dedicated to these robots that he ignores his daughter, who actually has a whatever. It's fucking terrible. There's dumb pedophilia jokes, statutory rape crap in it. It's terrible. It's bad. But if you like that sort of thing, that's fine, because like I also said in the review, it's not for me.
It's not for you.
Not for me. So we're going to go to the best now.
Best. Let's end it on a happy
Let's
note.
end it on a big, high note. Best movies
Best.
of the summer.
And you know what? We're just going to say it's the best for both of us.
Yeah,
And we had to go out of the galaxy to find it.
Not far
You like
from
that
Galaxy,
one? You
yeah.
like that one?
We had to fly into space with a Vermin and Tree Man. Because that's right, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. How could it not be Guardians of the Galaxy?
Everyone says Guardians of the Galaxy.
Best movie of the
Everyone's
summer.
saying Guardians of the Galaxy.
Most enjoyable movie of the summer.
And this is why it's my best. And I realized this when I was driving to your place today.
Okay, what's up? Why is that?
I was listening to the soundtrack.
Exactly!
I was listening to... Even when I'm not listening to the soundtrack and there's nothing on my radio, I was just like, yeah. What's the... I just put that song on and play it! So I do. There you go.
It's so good.
What's the matter?
That
with you?
movie
Right?
made me
Don't you
like the
feel
Pina Colada
right,
song, which I've
baby?
always thought is
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
horrendous. But now I hear that song on Awesome Mix Volume 1, and I'm like, it makes me think of the movie. It makes me think of the scenes in the movie it's in,
Not
and I
gonna
like
lie,
it more.
I was driving at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I almost did a iPhone review of Pina Colada Escape Song and posted it to our channel.
Well, I think you should.
Almost did it.
It's actually kind of like the lyrics of that song are actually kind of ridiculous because it's
I
about
feel
people
like-
cheating on each
Yeah,
other.
I feel
and
like we
then
should do a review of that song
just
when
the
we're
Pina
done with
Colada
this.
song.
Just a quick mini review when
mini
we're done.
review of the Pina Colada song.
Watch it next, ladies and gentlemen, because it's gonna happen.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, best movie of the summer.
I mean, it was
Funniest movie of the
great.
summer.
I mean, yes, hilarious.
Action-packed.
Action-packed. You felt for the characters. You got a feel for all 5 of them.
Who shouldn't work as
In,
characters.
what, like the 2 hours it was?
Yeah, who shouldn't work. This movie shouldn't work.
And I've heard by numerous people and reviewers and podcasts, the soundtrack is its own character. The
The
soundtrack...
cassette is very much a
The
character.
soundtrack is a character in this movie.
Without this soundtrack, the movie would probably not be as good as it is.
It's true.
I think it's a lot like if you would. I always think of Dazed and Confused when I think of this soundtrack, not just because they both share Cherry Bomb being on the soundtrack.
Okay.
It's on both that, but just because the soundtrack is such an important part of the movie.
I think more Empire Records, actually.
But that's another one that the
But
soundtrack
the
is really
soundtrack's part of
important.
the
A
movie.
lot
Yeah.
of it is about
I think of Empire Records.
the music. Which this movie is about the music. It's about that cassette tape. Yeah.
Yes, that cassette tape. It is the whole basis for Star-Lord.
Yeah, and it was also, I mean, that was number 1, I think, on the Billboard charts. That
Oh, was it?
I think Awesome Mix Volume 1 may have made it almost to
mean,
number 1 on the
it's-
Billboard charts. And
it's
it's all
good.
songs everyone knows from old albums. It's nothing new. Take that, Bieber, or whoever. Who's big right now? I don't know who's big
I
anymore.
don't know.
But anyway,
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
summer movie wrap-up extravaganza.
Review. Summer movie review.
Summer movie wrap-up review, rear end of the summer, big butts.
Cannot lie.
Cannot lie. They can't lie. And neither can I. So these have been our honest opinions here on the Double D's channel. I'm RoboDuke.
D-Nice.
You can catch us here. Check out all our instant reactions now that you know what our favorite movies of the summer are. If you haven't watched them yet, go check out our instant reactions to some of those movies. You can find them probably somewhere along this side over here. I think there's probably some stuff to look at that's ours, or below. It's everywhere. I like to point at stuff.
You do. Usually we go down here.
Yeah. Down here's where you have to click like, and you click
Like,
subscribe.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, comment. What was your favorite movie? How about tell us what
Tell us.
Tell us.
You talk to us.
I command you to.
We're talking to you for 20 minutes. You can't talk to us for like 5 seconds?
Jeez, write a couple sentences. No. Hold them
I'm
back.
still
Hold them
angry.
back. He's going to
Still angry about Expendables. Like a million ways to die in the West. This is why I don't do bad reviews.
Yeah, because he gets too mad, man. You got to be careful. He's going to start breaking shit. So anyway, comment below what your biggest surprise, biggest disappointment, worst disappointment,
Worst disappointment.
best movie, whatever.
Whatever.
Tell us below.
You know,
We'd
and
love
there's
to hear.
You know,
from
there are
guys.
movies we've heard that are really good that we haven't seen
Yeah,
yet.
so maybe
and
we
you
didn't
know,
see
maybe
it.
you've seen something we haven't. I'm gonna throw it out there. I've heard Snowpiercer is great. Haven't seen it. If you've had and that's your best for the summer, throw it in there.
Yeah.
You know, there are plenty of movies we haven't seen that you might have. If it's good, let us know. I'll go watch it.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll watch it for a little retro summer reaction. Who knows?
Sky's the limit.
But until then, stay cool, man. It's summertime. We gotta stay cool.
Summer's over. It's back to school.
Oh man.
Get your books, buddy.
Oh, damn.